Hello all. This time, we will explain about the people movement that is available on the Darwinbox application. People movement is the process of moving employees from one position to another, or from one department to another, or from one location to another. Then, there are several definitions of terms that will be used in the people movement process that you need to know. There are several types of transfers that can occur to employees, namely, promotion or employee transfer process, which results in an increase in the level or grade or position of the employee. The next term used in the people movement process is acting or the process of temporarily moving employees within a certain period. Then, demotion or the process of moving employees, which results in a decrease in the level or grade or position of the employee. Then, there is a lateral or mutation, namely the process of transferring employees without affecting changes in the level or grade or position of the employee. Meanwhile, there are other roles that participate in the people movement process. The first one is L1 manager, or the employee's direct superior. Then, L2 manager or superior of L1 manager. Then, there is the HRBP or HR representative in operations. Next is our NP senior manager or employee who conducts analysis related to salary review. And the last is HR services or employees who will make and distribute certificates in the people movement process. Next is the business process of the people movement. In the procedure, L1 managers from employees can initiate people movement initiatives or carry out promotions for employees. Then, HRBP will check the budgeted position in accordance with the MPP and the organization chart. If budgeted, then HRBP will initiate RFOC. HRBP will also determine the type of displacement. After that, the new EL1 manager will verify the salary review and will also fill out an evaluation form for the promoted employee. Then, the current L2 manager will verify, validate, and approve the people movement form. The last stage is approval from L2 manager from the next position. Just like the previous stage, the future L2 manager will verify, validate, and approve the people movement form. After the initiation of the people movement has been completed, the R&P senior manager and HR services will be assigned the task of the people movement. People movement submissions are initiated by L1 manager from the employees who will be initiated. By logging into the Darwinbox application using the employee ID and password. After entering the Darwinbox main page, L1 manager can click on the profile name. Then click View Profile. Then on the left side of the page, click Profile, then Workflow. L1 manager can submit a people movement request by clicking Add Request. Then, a question box will appear regarding people movement information. Select On Behalf, because the submission will be on behalf of the employee. Select the employee to apply. Employees who can be selected are employees who are under the position of L1 manager. Then, fill in all the necessary information for the process. If it's a promotion, you must check the Is Promotion checkbox. All boxes marked with an asterisk are mandatory. If all the boxes have been filled in, click Submit to continue the process. After the L1 manager has completed submitting the people movement, the next step will be carried out by HRBP to determine the new grade of employees, as well as verify and validate data based on MPP and organization chart. HRBP can see the task in the task box menu. Then, Lifecycle Changes Approval. HRBP can click the Action button and view details to see details of the submission. After viewing the submission details, HRBP can carry out its duties to verify, validate employee data, and approve the submission form by clicking the eye icon. Then, HRBP can determine whether the position status is budgeted or budgeted. HRBP will also determine the new grade of employees. All boxes marked with an asterisk mean mandatory or must be filled. After all the boxes are filled in, HRBP can choose to reject or approve the application. After the HRBP has been approved, the next task will be carried out by the future L1 manager or the new direct superior of the promoted employee. The future L1 manager can see their tasks in the task box menu, then Lifecycle Changes Approval. Then, click the Action button to do the task. Then, a form will immediately appear that needs to be filled out by the L1 manager. The assessment that needs to be filled is related to employee assessment if the type of transfer is included in the promotion. After filling out the assessment, the future L1 manager can provide recommendations for employees. After all the boxes are filled in, the future L1 manager can choose to reject or approve the application. The next task will be carried out by L2 manager employees in the previous position to verify, validate, and approve the submission of the People Movement form. L2 manager can see the task in the task box menu, then Lifecycle Changes Approval. L2 manager can give action by clicking ACT button. L2 manager can directly see the details of the form and can add comments before choosing to approve or reject if the submission does not match what is needed. In the next stage, the future L2 manager will carry out verification and validation of the People Movement form. To see the task, you can click the task box menu, then Lifecycle Changes Approval. L2 manager can click the Action button to completing the task. Future L2 manager can see the details of the form and can add comments before choosing to approve or reject if the submission does not match what is needed. After submitting the People Movement, then there will be tasks that will be obtained by employees related to People Movement. Those tasks will be assigned to R&P Senior Manager and HR Service. There are several tasks that will be obtained by the R&P Senior Manager, including doing a salary review or checking employee salaries. Then, HR Services will also receive several tasks related to People Movement, namely making a People Movement letter of employee acting in accordance with the results of the assessment carried out by the employee's new direct superior. HR Services will also distribute the letters to employees through their superiors. That is the explanation regarding the People Movement that we can convey. Thank you for your attention.